The Lost Gardens of Heligan is one of the most popular botanical gardens in the United Kingdom, yet for decades it was abandoned and forgotten. Today, many people go to the Lost Gardens of Heligan to see the beauty of the changing, living sculptures, but these are only part of the site's appeal. Developed over the centuries by several generations of a Cornish family, the spectacular gardens fell into disuse when World War I broke out, only to be rediscovered in 1990, restored, and opened to the public in 1992. The recent lockdown caused the owners to close their doors once again, only the second time in 260 years, but following the creation of some new rules to follow social distancing regulations, people can stroll through the beautiful landscapes once again. The Gardens of Heligan are located near Mevagissey, in the southwestern English county of Cornwall. In the Cornish language, the gardens are known as Loath Heligan, which means willow tree garden. The gardens are associated with the Tremaine family and are still part of their Heligan estate. The family's history in the area is traced all the way back to the 13th century, when Heligan Manor was first built. It was, however, only during the 18th century that the gardens began to be built by the Tremaine family. Each generation made additions to this family project, and the gardens grew. The expansion of the gardens meant that more manpower was required to maintain and improve them. To achieve this, the Tremaine family hired many local gardeners. Just before the First World War broke out, there were as many as 22 gardeners in the service of the Tremaines. By 1916, however, only 8 men were left to tend to the gardens. The rest of the gardeners had gone to fight in the war and never returned. The gardens fell into further neglect when the then owner, Jack Tremaine, left Cornwall for Italy when the war was over, and had his estate leased out. Thus, the Heligan estate, including its gardens, was occupied by different tenants over the next few decades, including the American Army, who used the house as a base. The gardens continued to deteriorate, and would have been lost forever, had it not been for 2 men, John Willis and Tim Smith. When Jack Tremaine died, the estate went into the ownership of a trust that was associated with several members of the extended Tremaine family. One of these was John Willis, who lived in the area, and introduced the gardens to Tim Smith, a record producer. The collaboration between the 2 men resulted in the rediscovery of the gardens in 1990. Soon, the gardens were restored and the restoration work was made into a 6-part television series in 1996. In 1992, the Lost Gardens of Heligan were opened to the public. Since then, it has become a popular tourist destination, stimulating the economy of the area. The gardens have been improved by its trustees on a regular basis and reached various landmarks over the years. This technique was invented during the Victorian era, though it became obsolete following the introduction of steam ships, which made it cheaper to transport the fruit from abroad. Highlight of the gardens is the floral arts commissioned when the gardens were being restored. These include the Giant's Head and the Mud Maid. Of course, the Lost Gardens of Heligan are also known for the different gardens that were created by the Tremaine family.